Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Skedaddle podcast. These are your hosts, John, and
Chris.
yeah, thank you for joining back in. Hopefully, tuning back in. Um, this week we will go off our Reddit stories. I have two crazy stories. One that I kind of read. The other one I stumbled upon during my late nights Reddit scrolling, which I thought was super crazy. But I don't know which one we want to read first. So let me.
I'm like giving it like the camera.
There. So I
Tell
kind of
us
want.
on the tell
Yeah.
us on the comments, as you've been always so responsive to us. Tell us on the comments on the scale of 0 to 10, how much are you dying for us to add a video component to this podcast?
Like this would have been the perfect story to add a video
Because it has so
because
much
of
face
the
emotions.
reactions.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna read you the first title, and then the second title, and you tell me which one you want off first. Okay. So the first one is from. I think it was posted originally 7 years ago, and it was on the Today I F'd Up subreddit. And it says, "Today I F'd Up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she is a giant cockroach when we have sex." But your face, you're like.
I was like trying to analyze what I just heard.
And the second one is, "Just found out my fiance and I are related, and we don't know what to do."
They both are hot. Okay, I cannot move on from the cockroach one. Can we just leave cockroach one?
Okay, this one only gets worse.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me read that one.
Okay.
So TFU, which
that
is
the one
today
that you read?
yes.
Okay. Because damn, how could you read that title?
This is my late night Reddit scrolling. I was like, huh.
Do cockroaches even have things? Okay, go on.
It's just okay. TFU by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she's a giant cockroach when we have sex. Ever since I was a teenager, I have very intense fantasies about having sex with a giant cockroach. It started in 9th or 10th grade when we read The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. As I started to think more and more about the roach creature that the character had become, I started to imagine what it would be like if A turned into a woman, turned into a cockroach instead. So I guess the book is about, I never read this book, by the way. It's like the roach turned into a human, but this person is imagining the opposite.
The book is about turning to a human or
turning into a human.
I see. Oh,
So metamorphosis.
Well, dude, you like that lady that was the cockroach, not the cockroach that was the lady.
I don't know. Look, I found this area very arousing. I would not be repulsed or frightened of her, as the characters in the story are. I will take care of her. Then my thoughts started to get sexual with the character. Eventually, I sort of dropped off a bit about her having a human woman first, and I kind of just imagined this fictionalized roach species. They are giant roaches the size of a person and have complete intelligence. I kind of over time conjured up an imaginary friend of sorts. She was one of those roaches, and her name was Octa. I would I will fantasize about her often. Whenever I masturbated, I'd be imagining elaborate scenarios of me and Octa making love.
Like Octa is a roach though?
Yeah,
like
giant
with the
roach.
Antenna, with the little dagger thing on their arms that it sticks to you with the beautiful wings. Wings cockroach or like a forest cockroach? It's like a toilet cockroach?
I don't know.
Because,
There's not very specific.
When I hear roach, I picture this like toilet, like apartment.
Yeah, I think like a house roach.
Yeah. Not like, roaches like those.
No.
The poop rolling ones.
Those are scarabs.
I don't know. They all look like
That's a dong scarab, I think, or beetle, beetle.
Oh, they're beetles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I started to actually have sex, I found I could not perform if I wasn't thinking of Octa. So basically now, anytime I have sex with a woman, I am pretending that she's actually Octa, not just thinking about Octa. I concentrate intently to visualize that I'm actually doing Octa. I don't want to think about the girl at all. There is only Octa. Of course, this sex can never be exercised as my full imaginary sessions with Octa. There are things that her multiple appendages and antennae allow for a human that a human can never match.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So how would you picture that? Like how? Like
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Cool.
So, anyways, I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for about a year. 3 or 4 times I have tried to have sex with her and not pretend she is Octa, but I just can't do it. So essentially, every time we have sex,
so what do you like about your
I'm
girlfriend?
imagining she is Octa. I don't know. I finally confided this to her the other day, and I was blown away by her reaction.
Oh, were you? Oh, did she say like I'm in? That was the only reaction.
I thought she might take it a bit badly at first, but she get used to it. No. I had never seen such a look of disgust before. Outrage is not an understatement. She is not even returning my text now. I am afraid she's actually going to break up with me. And also that she's going to tell people about Octa. I don't know how I will face anyone. This is going to sound silly, but I also feel guilty about feeling shame, as if Octa will be saddened by this. Even though I know she is imaginary, I don't know what to do at this point. And there's an edit.
My jaw could not be more open.
And that's it. I because this was the post has been deleted, right? So I'm reading like this best of Reddit updates where they have the original post, but I cannot see the comments or anything like that. But yeah, what'd you think?
Of all, okay, let's just start with this way. Telling your partner that you cannot have sex and perform and achieve orgasm without pretending they are somebody else is a huge news. And I like imagine if he told her that, hey, I only can picture my ex-girlfriend. I'm not gonna say Angelina Jolie because then she might feel like, well, you're never gonna get Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
So my ex-girlfriend, right? And that's done. That's just done. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not that person, and it's just not gonna happen, right? Now let's just imagine that you add a little twist, and they say like
a little twist.
Just
imagine you're not human.
Yeah, I just imagine like you're alien, right? It's still like it is just that same feeling. Then on top of it, absolutely bizarre. And now just add that fucking layer. That's something that I think really majority of people
think of
is gross, scary, icky, like revolting. And then you be like, I imagine you being that, and every time I've been inside, oh god,
ew.
And then yeah, I mean, there's nothing about the reaction of that girl. I mean, she needs therapy for sure. Like, I don't know how do I like then, because I just reflect myself like, what did I give up? Yeah,
nothing is the other guy is like he's
but on the other hand, like, why did he choose me? Like, maybe do I look like do I have similarities?
Do I have the shape?
Do I move my mouth this way so much? Because they also do this instead of this.
Well, there are multiple updates to this.
Oh my god.
So would you like to see the update?
Okay, something so odd about this is that if somebody in this level of separation from reality, they wouldn't have sense of like, oh, I'm embarrassed if other people know about it, or like I'm just a little bit suspicious that what if this is a made up story? Somebody thought about, like, I'm gonna make up the most outrageous I fuck up story, because dude, like, you know, like, he's not even saying like a panda, he's saying a cockroach. So that makes me
but the thing is, like, the posts, though, the updates are years apart. So I'm like, okay, do you actually continue this for like the last 10 years?
Okay, read the update.
Okay, so this is the update, right? It's the same title. Oh no, this is different. So this is, today I fucked up by admitting to my coworker that my wife, Octa, is an imaginary giant roach.
Okay, this is the same person? This person is making shit up. I cannot. Okay.
You want
So
okay.
he married somebody now?
No,
No. Read it again.
Today I fucked up by admitting to my coworkers that my wife, Octa, is an imaginary giant roach.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Hello. 5 years ago, I submitted the story of me telling my then girlfriend that we made up love. When we made love, I was envisioning of her as a giant roach. The gist of the backstory is that ever since I was a teenager, I have fantasized in my head of making love to a giant roach. A roach the size of a person. Eventually, I concatenated an entire backstory and personality for this imaginary roach, who I named Octa. Whenever I will engage in private pleasurable deeds, if you know what I mean, I will imagine in my head vivid and elaborate scenarios with Octa. It got to be could not perform with the actual partner unless I pretended they were Octa. You might think of the scene in Blade Runner 2049, which my original story predates, by the way, where the main character makes love to a prostitute, but his hologram girlfriend kind of holograms over the body of the actual person.
Yeah.
So he can pretend he is making love to this hologram. Mm-hmm. That is what it's like with me and Octa. But instead of a hologram, it's just my imagination. In the 5 years that have passed since this topic was posted, I decided to stop fooling myself and I just committed to the love of Octa. I know she is not real per se, but in my head... But in my head, she is an actual personality. And I am in love with that personality. I don't care if she's a roach or if she's imaginary. The love is real. Call me deluded, but it's harmless. It makes me happy. I have not had a real girlfriend again since the incident 5 years ago. But I occasionally have one-night stands via online apps with the understanding of it being a one-night stand in advance. And one of these times I always envision the woman is Octa, my sensual roach queen. Now, I mean, no offense to the woman, of course, and even the gentleman once or twice. Okay.
Maybe the extra antenna was like helping.
The many appendages of Octa make translation to human gender almost irrelevant. I just envision they are Octa, and no, haha, I have never confided to them about it. I learned my lesson. Okay, so he doesn't tell these people that, it doesn't matter.
I wonder if there's one person in the world like this person and they would like get matched.
I don't know. The thing about it, though, is that I became so in love with Octa that I married her. I even did a little ceremony in my living room. I recited my own vows, and she recited hers. I even went on a honeymoon, which technically you could say was a solo vacation to New Orleans for a week. But in my mind, Octa was with me the entire time. In my mind, I think of her as my wife.
Of roaches? Because if somebody is like that obsessed with this, like he should have like a lot of.
I feel like that's a little, because he wants a giant roach, right? Like human size, not like the tiny little things. Now here's where I fucked up. I got so used to thinking of her as my wife in my head that a few months ago, at work, I nonchalantly said my wife in some innocuous sentence. I think it was something like, oh yeah, me and my wife love that show, in regards to Chopped. So now everyone was asking me about my wife because they had never heard of me, or they had never heard I was married or even dated anybody. Everyone kept pestering me, wanting to know about her, wanting to see pictures. I became full panic.
Show pictures.
Yeah, I became full panic. I did the one thing I swear I will never do again. I talked to other people about Octa in real life. Oh my God. We were at team lunch and I just let it all spill out. I told them about how I became enamored as a teenager with the Franz Kafka story, about how my fantasy evolved into an actual imaginary entity with personality, and how I slowly began to grow in love with her. What started as a mere sexual attraction to a giant roach has blossomed into a whirlwind romance. And that she became the love of my life, even though her existence was in my own mind. At first, I thought I was doing a creepy joke, but I convinced them that I was telling the truth. Well, they were afraid and disgusted. You think? I have been a pariah of work ever since. Everyone steers clear of me. We used to have a good social life. Now people only speak to me for work-related reasons. Even working virtually now, nobody sends me a Slack message unless it's about work. I even heard a rumor that people went to HR, but they were of course told nothing could be done. I have lost my good work friends because of this, and it is indeed jeopardizing my career because my bosses think I am insane. I have ruined my friendships and future career prospects due to my honesty. I am thinking of starting to look for a new job, although it is difficult in the current environment. I can start fresh elsewhere though. No matter what, I will be staying with my wife, Akta. For me, it is Akta forever. If you must know, I do hope that even if I am an old man, that one day technology is invented to extract Akta personality from my mind and implanted it into a real external body, either of a genetically engineered or
Like,
mechanical nature.
I'm curious, like, is it, like, identical to a cockroach, or like it's
Oh, I don't know,
actually
like
like
a hybrid?
hybrid? I think it's more like that.
I don't know. And me and Akta can experience genuine physical
And
connection.
she's gonna break up with you.
But if she must remain within me, that is fine. Her love keeps me warm on the coldest of nights. Thank you. And there's another update after this.
Okay, we'll go through it. I'm really suspicious of this person.
Okay, this one says, same thing, like, today I
Yeah.
start by telling my parents that I am married to an imaginary giant roach, my beloved Akta. This was 1 year ago. So it says, I told my parents that I'm married to an imaginary giant roach, my beloved
With my
Akta.
parents?
Yeah, he told his parents. I feel you may recall some years ago, I posted about my lovely
Just
Akta.
skip that part.
You can find my... Yeah. How can I see it? Let me see. I think this was also deleted. Oh, no, this one is not deleted.
This person should start a freaking TikTok account.
Let's skip that part. So, I love Akta and she loves me. Some time ago, I married her. Now, from a strictly legal sense, I am not married per se. But for me and Akta, we consider our relationships to be a marriage. I am devoted to her and her to me. I mean, not if you're having one night stands. I don't know if
Does
that's...
he have one night stands?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Oh, I don't know.
No, that was before.
No, that was before. Yeah. Since I revealed this to my coworkers and it did not go well, but I thought my parents had the right to know. Why?
I mean, they did have the right to know how badly they fucked up.
Last evening, I revealed to them everything about Akta, and I told them that we were married. I even allow Akta to speak through me to them, so that she could finally meet my parents after only seeing them from afar. I knew my parents would find it unusual at first, but I thought they will come to understand and be happy for me. However, I fear they think me deranged. My mother actually cried, and not tears of happiness as I expected. They even encouraged me to seek counseling. I explained to them that what I'm experiencing is real, and I encouraged them to read through the Tulpa Reddit. It has created a very similar situation for me, and now I fear my relationship with my parents is quite ruined. They keep insisting I seek counseling and are threatening if I don't, they will no longer assist me with my student loans, and I will not be welcomed at Thanksgiving. I feel they are overreacting, but at the same time, I wish that I just kept my marriage a secret. I do consider it now to be a fuck up to have been truthful to my parents. They are in some ways the traditionalists and simply not ready to understand how entities can exist with a physical form and share a mind. It breaks my heart, but I wish I had been decisive with my family. For the record, I will never divorce Akta. And with our love, I know I can survive anything. But I wish I had never been truthful to my parents. Yeah, that's 1 year ago.
Okay, so...
The first comment on the...
What is this? Like, I mean, okay, I get like people have craziest kinks and fantasies, and somehow this gets him off. Okay, sure. But like, he's not dying to have a conversation. Like the fact that this person, this Akta, is bringing him company, that I don't get at all.
I mean, it's like ChatGPT nowadays, right? Like with those people who have like a full on...
But that is some input. Like you give some input, it gives you output. It gives you that. But this doesn't. It's all in your head.
Yeah, it's all in your head, but it's similar.
Other people are like imaginary, yeah.
The first comment on the reel was like, okay, good, I am normal. I definitely had a thought, wow, totally vanilla after that. Well done. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, it sounds kind of true
Why do you feel it's true?
because like the first post was 7 years ago, the second post was 5 years ago, and this last one was
Because
not a year
he
ago.
saw that they get so much attention, probably the first one, and then he just
But
entertaining it.
wait for that long? Like, what's the point of coming back and like you actually waited to tell this thing? Hey, you know what the username is? I love Roach. I love Roach.
Like, it's so because it's so extreme, you know. Like what is it? Like the bigger the lie is, the easier to believe it. It's kind of feel like that's the situation. Why is it? Why cockroach? Like why a cockroach? Is the so because of the
I think in the
Kafka?
book, because let me look at this metamorphosis thing. Oh my god, where is
Oh my god, I'm just picturing if somebody told me that hey, like, or just I would pay for that experience to be at that whatever time they had together at the meeting, and then one of our coworkers tells us that I would pay for that experience. Like,
Oh no, so yeah, this person was human, right? It's a famous 1915 novella by Franz Kafka about traveling salesman Gregor Samsa who wakes up and finds himself inexplicably transformed into a giant insect. So the story explores his family's horrified reaction and his own struggle to adapt, becoming a classic of absurdist and existential literature that deals with themes of alienation, duty, and yes, and so this is the opposite. This person became a roach.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
The book.
in the book.
Oh, I see.
But he's like, no, I.
So a lady that became a roach.
Mm-hmm.
And a giant roach or a normal.
No, a giant roach.
Yeah, see what they have. God knows how many other people have that. So that's another thing. Like, yeah, I mean, I understand that doesn't come up, but I wonder if there's another person that is also getting that. But there's so many people we have in the world that I don't think everything is unique. So if this book had this impact, let's just imagine this is real. If this book had this impact on this guy, there should be at least one other person that had that impact. Maybe they didn't take actions on it the same way he did, but they like have it in their fantasies.
I don't know, like it's like I think this all falls into the same thing, like furries and
A lot of people like
people who want to
aliens.
be horses or they're like puppies or whatever.
Aliens, like a lot of like characters from movies, or like they have feminism, or even like for men, so many people like, ooh, like this guy is hot, even though it's like a totally not a guy, but has that masculinity. But the roach, though, because it's a roach, like I get it, aliens, I totally get it. But the roach, something that is like you push it and then this like gooey, greenish things comes out of it, and it has like eggs.
The thing is, like, it's not even like appealing, right? There's like
Nothing about
there's no
it.
flesh. There's
Nothing. It's just exactly it's hard stuff and emptiness and just goo.
and like generally, I think universally it's accepted as a gross thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's like. I mean, I think there's beauty to it. You know how I really like bugs, but
Yeah, but not in a sensual
but
way.
I don't want to. No, I don't even want to touch them. Like I just
Yeah.
like really admire them. Like, oh, this is the complication of them and the colors of them and the variations of them. I do really like find it fascinating. And even like in a cockroach, if you look at the wing, it's like beautiful. But it's on a fucking cockroach that crawls off a toilet. I do not want to touch that or near me. I just a dead version of it I like to look at. You know, okay. But
Yeah, but I was like,
damn, board is a scary place. Poor Gerd. That year somebody should go interview her. This should be a documentary. Okay, I don't know like what, but on my algorithm, I'm getting someone. Apparently, there's a show that people with like weird addictions, and
Oh
like
yeah.
somebody has like is in love with their car,
Mm-hmm.
and like they had like sexual like attack. Then another person that they are
I think it's
addicted,
called My Weird Addiction, something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. So like
It's an old show.
tuna, like somebody's just addicted to tuna. Like they cannot not have tuna.
There's one where like this lady was eating sponges, and we're like, so if you keep doing that, you're gonna die because this is very toxic for your body. But yeah, she will eat like the mattress stuff.
Or this
Or,
lady that just got married to ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I mean, there are people that are dissociated with what we call reality
Mm-hmm.
and what is efficient.
Efficient.
So I wonder if this is real.
I mean, I think it
Oh
is.
my god, that was like so extreme. Like I can be a stupid friend with somebody who's making love with their car. I was like, that is absolutely stupid. But you're harming nobody, and sure, it has holes. But this,
I mean, you can make it right. Like you can put something in the car.
yeah,
That
warm, make it more moist.
you can
What
put
they
it.
say?
Yeah,
Ah.
like the sea between the sea. I don't know. You can get
Oh my
creative with that,
God, I
right?
don't want to even like.
But the road,
What do you do with the arms? You know how like they have like this little.
they envelop you like this. I know when I was like,
I'm getting all like itchy. I
and the
guess.
antennae, they're like,
You know, like they're if you zoom in on their arms, they have like little.
yeah, they
things
got
that
like
it sticks to you.
yeah, it's like
That's why
spiders,
they
right?
go
Like
up,
little
yes.
hooks.
Yeah. Ah. Ah. I'll give you a hand job. Imagine I could go. Give you a hand job. Oh God.
With the two at the bottom, right? Like they can do multiple things because that's probably what he
Here you go,
imagines,
you're
right?
tucking yourself into.
I know, like because like it has like what 4 legs?
No more. Like overall, I think it has.
4 and 4, right?
Yeah, probably 4 or 6, 3 and 3. I'm not
Yeah.
sure which is.
Oh, I think it is 3
I
and 3.
don't know really much about them. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Okay, let me read the other one. Let's
Okay.
move on.
Move on.
Oh my God, I'm gonna tell people about this. Of course, like you're just gonna tell people. Like, oh
Of
my
course,
God,
right?
now you're being.
Like, why would I not say, okay,
There
like,
should
guys,
there should be an AA meeting for people who are like breaking up things, and it's like, hi, my name is Sarah, and my boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend. Oh
Okay.
God, just like tell your parents that my boyfriend was we broke up because he was how embarrassing.
that I was a roach, a giant roach.
Okay. Okay, I, female 22, just found out my fiance, male 22, and I are related, and we don't know what to do. Tomorrow, throw away. Throw away because this is a massive
Tomorrow.
secret, and we are fully expecting it to blow up in our faces. I never thought I would post here, but the holidays uncovered something huge, and my fiance and I genuinely have no idea what to do. I grew up in a fairly large city in the south with my mom, my younger brother, and me. My dad died of cancer when I was 4, and my mom supported us by working as an accountant for a mid-sized company. It was always just the big three, as my mom liked to say. I have never known anyone from her side of the family. She has always been extremely private about her upbringing, but as I got older, I picked up bits and pieces. Whenever we saw family, it was always my dad's side. My parents met as adults, but after my dad died, my grandpa really stepped up in my life. He took me to father-daughter dances, came to baptism, and major milestones, and was always present. When I asked about my mom's side of the family, I usually got short answers like, they're bad people, or we live far away for a reason. As far as I know, my mom left home when she was around 17 and never spoke to anyone from her family again. My grandparents on my dad's side never met anyone from her side. Almost 4 years ago, so it seems like your mom's fault. Almost 4 years ago, I got into a great university far from home. My grandpa drove me down to campus and helped me move in. During orientation, I met Tom, not his real name. We clicked instantly. Same humor, same values, and a connection I had honestly never felt before. We that blood draws blood. We became sorry. We became best friends very quickly and soon started dating. Tom is also from far away, but our hometowns are extremely far from each other. Over the years, I spent some holidays with his family and he spent some with mine. My mom, my brother, and my grandpa, who passed away around Thanksgiving this year, all adored him and were very vocal about wanting me to marry him. His family accepted me just as warmly. Last year, his parents even gave him a large gift to help pay for an engagement ring. He proposed this past August. Right around the anniversary of when we met, we are planning to get married. Oh, sorry. Right around the anniversary of when we met. We are planning to get married in June, shortly after we graduate. One more piece of context before the actual problem. Tom and I became sexually active about a month ago. We were both virgins when we met and had decided we wanted to wait until marriage. After he proposed, we decided together that we were uncomfortable taking this step, especially since I am on birth control and we were already planning a wedding. Our parents assume we are waiting, but no one has ever directly asked. Until now, this has not been a point of stress for us. Here is what everything falls apart. This past Christmas, I stayed with Tom's family. My mom and my paternal grandmother are in the middle of an argument I did not want to be involved in. And my mom was completely fine with me going elsewhere. While at Tom's family gathering, his mom's parents came over and we all had a big holiday meal, opened gifts, and had a great time. They even gave me several gifts with their last name on them.
Okay.
Oh, okay, because you're engaged. At some point during the evening, Tom's grandmother made a comment to his mom, who I will call Melissa. She said, Melissa, do you remember when you and Rachel got me the planter for Christmas? I leaned over and quietly asked Tom who Rachel was. He looked confused and said it was his mom's twin sister, who disappeared years ago. Oh, fuck. He had never met her. I immediately felt uneasy. My mother's name is Rachel, although she has gone by her middle name my entire life. I also knew she had siblings, one sister and one brother. Tom had mentioned an uncle who passed away around 2010. At the time, I convinced myself it was just a strange coincidence. Later that night, people were moving around the house, and Tom and I ended up sitting alone together with some wine. I whispered something like, I didn't know your mom had a twin. I think at the exact moment it hit both of us. About a year ago, while dating, we had already realized our mothers shared the same birthday. We thought it was funny and even mentioned it casually once to his mom. We both started internally freaking out, but kept it together for the rest of the visit. The next day, I flew home to see my mom. Before I got there, Tom and I came up with a plan. I told my mom I had been talking to my gynecologist about some issues with my period and that one of the intake questions asked whether there were twins in my family. I said I didn't know and figured I should ask. For the first time in my life, my mom admitted she was a twin. When I asked why she never told me, she went on a long, drunken rant about how her sister Melissa was a literal demon. My mom is unfortunately drunk most of the time. She also mentioned cutting her family off completely when she was young. What is wild is that my mom and Tom's mom look absolutely nothing alike. One is tall and brunette, the other one is short and blonde. At that point, everything clicked. We confirmed last names, which were the same. I also learned my mom's maiden name for the first time in my life, which I know is strange, but she's intensely private. Tom and I are first cousins. We have from twins.
Not identical twins, though.
Sure, yeah. We have no idea what to do next. Our parents have never met. Yeah, how would your parents have never met when you get engaged? Is that common?
But they live so far apart, right? That's the thing.
I mean, it's an important thing before you decide to marry somebody that you kind of like throw your parents at each other once, you know?
Yeah, but usually when they meet, it's really well. It depends how traditional, because
Okay.
it sounds like they're kind of traditionalists, right? Like both families. So it is kind of weird that he didn't say like, hey, like, well, she doesn't have a dad, right?
Yeah.
Like, can I ask your mom for your hand or something? But I
Yeah.
guess that never happened. But they actually don't look
No,
alike,
no, no.
right?
He has met his mom,
Yeah.
right? But the parents haven't met each other.
That's not necessarily
Okay.
like yeah.
Okay, our parents have never met, but they are supposed to meet at our wedding in 6 months. We have already built a future around each other. Tom has a great job lined up, and I have been accepted early decisions to my dream law school in the same city. Our relationship is genuinely strong. We are best friends and deeply in love. Ending the relationship feels like throwing away the greatest joy either of us has ever had. Continuing it feels terrifying. There are obvious biological concerns if we ever want children. There's also the very real possibility of being disowned or pressured to split once the truth comes out. We are stuck and completely overwhelmed. What do we do? Edit 1. Thanks for all the kind comments. Tom and I have read through all of them and we really appreciate the thoughts. Okay, before I read them, what the fuck? That's so hard. They're 22. They're young.
I know that's something that I noticed. Like, oh, like yes, of course you think like when you're 22 or whatever. I mean, I had this with some of my friends that they met the love of their life and then get divorced like 2 or 3 years later. But
There are two problems. One
yeah,
problem is the biological problem. The other problem that definitely her mom is not going to accept this marriage when she knows.
yeah, because the mom is already cut off with the family, right? She's like, oh, are you kidding me? Like,
That's the
nah,
problem.
yeah.
Because if that wasn't the problem, I would tell them that they should do a genetic test. There are very advanced genetic tests that you can figure out the
Chances of
chances of
getting, yeah.
having a problem child, like genetically problem. And so then they can decide after that. But that I don't know what to do. First they should do the test, so they resolve it for themselves. If something comes up really bad, then they should just split, or yeah,
Well,
they
they
should
can
just
adopt.
so unless they're like really confident, because a lot of people they say, "Oh, we're gonna adopt
Oh,
right
yeah,
now,"
yeah.
and then later they're like, "Oh, but I really want to have a child of my own." Some problem comes up, and because nobody stays in love with that intensity the same way when they're getting married. After a while, it just kind of comes down, and then you see the reality of certain things. So, but then imagine like everything comes up like perfect, so they don't have problem for children, and then they have to tell each other's parents, both of them at the same time. I think they should invite them for something out and then just throw them at each other, knowing that they know, and then see how it goes. I don't think each of them, because what if they change their mind?
But you wouldn't feel weird like if you and I were siblings and our kids got married?
It's the fact that we have never been in each other's life, so we didn't grow up together, makes it easier for me. I don't have like it's just really not that much of a problem. If you grow up with somebody, that makes me feel a little bit uneasy. Even like that neighbors that they grow up with each other and like they
That?
grow up. It's not wrong, but it just makes me feel a little bit. Is this like really just comfort, or is this really a connection? That for that reason, I don't. I would say like it's not necessarily.
But if
Happy
you're a
marriage.
sister and like, oh yeah, your sister is gonna marry my son, like your sister's kid is gonna marry your son or
I'm
something.
against it, but in many countries, including Iran, it's a very common thing. Even they grow up together and cousins, and like family even talk about it. Them growing about this is mine. This is the perfect match, and it does happen.
And they
Very
have
often.
kids?
Oh yeah, a lot of my friends are like one of my good friends. Her parents are exactly the same thing. They're from two sisters. And it's so funny. Everybody looks like each other, but they are like the kids, both intelligent, studied physics and everything, very successful and beautiful too. So it's very common. Even so, the one that actually has the highest chance of relative things is if you marry your cousin from your dad's side. So, for example, if your dad has a brother and you guys marry like that, so you don't cousins for whatever reason they're
So
the
from the male?
closest, their closest genetic port.
What? But I feel like because the Y chromosome is bigger, so maybe it's because there's two, because
But
it's so little.
you're one of you a girl, one of you.
I know, but it doesn't say like. But then the parent passes less to their kids.
Each of them give.
Yeah, it's
equal
half and half,
number,
right?
yeah.
But the chromosome is way shorter for males than.
No, something about like the odds of carrying the same diseases and stuff, like genetic problems, something about that.
Okay.
And
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's because the chromosome is much smaller. That there's like, yeah, you have.
know. I
Yeah.
have no idea, but it is very common, and it's then they do a genetic test, and then they marry, and it's actually one of the family is generally very happy about it because you marry inside, so you don't risk so much. You already know the past stuff, and like nothing crime is gonna come out. You don't know nothing history is gonna everything you know, and you're already hanging out. You know tradition and everything, so they love it. A lot of family, but. So, for example, in my dad's side, there are so many like this. They're not like this close marriages, but like second cousins.
Yeah, I mean, I had in my
all
family
over.
there was like, yeah, but second cousin is already kind of very far removed, right?
No. I don't know what second cousin means, but like for example,
No, but like, like maybe one of your cousins. I think this is how it works. Like, I don't know how it works the second or first, whatever. But if you have a
one in their
cousin, if
generation.
my cousin has a kid, and I have a kid, and our kids get married, like that's still.
that's second cousin
I think so. Well, I don't know how it is, but that's still very far, like from.
from
Right?
genetically.
Yeah,
But
genetically.
it's awkward because you're
Yeah.
so close. But so like for example, in my dad's side, not a generation above my dad. It's so hard to say who's who because, for example, everybody has like 5 goddamn titles because they're like your aunt, and then they're also the cousin of this, and then they're like, you're like,
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
who
Like,
are you?
yeah, because it's not just like, oh yeah, that's my
They're not-
cousin, but it's also the wife of this.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I think like genetic test and like considering this all that, sure, I don't have problem. And if I were in that situation, considering that I met him in college, everything perfect and all that, I would not want to give away this relationship either. But
At 22.
the fact that she is very good with her family, close to her mom, he's very close to his family, so they should
Well, I
they
don't know
don't
how-
have it on their table to separate from their family and like elope, you know?
Yeah. But also, like, I don't know how close she is with her mom because she's always drunk or something.
Yeah, so just kick her out. I mean, it's wrong because later, as I said, when things calm down, then you be like, I left my mom because of you, and that's just you don't want to dig that hole in your relationship already and started.
So the edit is the same kind of the same thing, but you want to read the update or the edit, or both.
Read the edit. So,
Okay. So thanks for all the kind comments. Tom and I have been through all of them, and we really appreciate the thoughts. We have decided to talk to our parents tonight. We both fly back to college tomorrow, so it's really the last time we can do this before it gets dangerously close to the wedding. I'll give an update how it goes either tonight or tomorrow at the airport. We plan to tell them what we learned, but insist it won't affect our plans to marry. Hopefully, if we lead with that, there won't be an effort to break us up.
you gotta do a fucking genetic test though, right?
Well, but that's I mean,
They
right
should
now,
not get married before that.
but right now they're not. I mean, yes, they're sexually active, right? But they're not trying to have a kid right now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know, they can.
I think it's a stronger argument for when you're telling your parents to just say, "Hey, the test also are positive." So I'm not like just making a rash
Yeah.
decision. Okay.
Okay, read the update. Or do you want me to read?
Oh, I didn't expect this story to get so much attention, but I appreciate all the kind words and encouragement. I also appreciate everyone who reached out kindly in my DM. Sorry if I haven't responded yet. As you'll soon read, my life is a little upside down.
Yeah,
wrote
this
the
is
original post
it is
early
this
after.
year. Like this was posted January 4th of this year.
Damn.
So it's a
Okay,
recent story.
I wrote the original post in the early afternoon. At the time, my mother was out buying my brother new clothes for his upcoming semester. I decided I would confront her after dinner. Tom and I agreed that I would tell my mom that night, and then we would figure out how to tell his parents. Dinner came and I wasn't eating. My brother kept asking why, so I eventually gave in and told my mom I had something important I need to talk to her about privately. She seemed to recognize the seriousness of my tone and told my brother to go to the gas station to buy scratchers.
A lottery scratcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he left, I told her everything, starting with, "This is really big news, but I want you to know that I intend to continue my relationship with Tom." I told her I had been at Tom's house and learned that Tom's mom had an estranged twin, and that I was confident it was her. I said the full legal names of Tom's mom and his maternal grandparents. I knew I was right by the shade of red my mother turned. She kept saying, "What? And is this a fucking joke?" I even showed her Tom's mom's Facebook. My mother has no social media and never has, as far as I know. At first, my mom went silent while I sobbed. Then she erupted. She told me I needed to leave Tom immediately and never speak to him again. I told her I wasn't going to do that. She started yelling about how Tom's family was spreading lies about her to me. They don't even know. She was being paranoid. I told her I didn't need to tell them anything, that she could keep this secret and simply never meet them, since his family is paying for the entire wedding. I suggested she not attend so she would never have to interact with them. The suggestion was not taken well. She called me every name in the book: whore, liar, bitch, cunt, etc. I'm sorry, I didn't know those words like that. She screamed at me until she was blue in the face and told me she would not allow me to return to school for my final semester. Around this time, my brother came home. He is pretty low-key guy and doesn't handle conflict well, so he went into the adjacent living room and scrolled on his phone. I told my mom I would marry Tom regardless, and that if she chose not to be part of my life, that was her decision. She called me ungrateful and continued screaming. Things escalated again when she demanded that I hand over my phone. Long story, I'm actually on Tom's family's plan. Damn. So they really are a good family. She also demanded that I go to my room. I said no, and that I am an adult. And she threw a 3/4 full bottle of botanist gin at me. It hit my arm and shattered on the floor. That is when my brother stepped in and pulled me out of the house. We could hear her breaking things and swearing as we stood outside. Since my flight is scheduled early in the morning, my brother drove me to his friend's apartment near the airport. He works at the airport and lives about 50. We don't need to know that. I had never met his friends before. My mother, is that also another twin? Because I'm curious why you bring in the details about the friend. I've never met his friends before. My mother texted me multiple times asking where I was and calling me awful names again, but nothing else happened. I am writing this now from the airport, waiting to board my flight. I have a bruise on my arm, but it is not serious. Tom thinks I should have called the police, but I just could not do that to my mom, even if that ends up being the last time I ever speak to her. My brother brought me all my belongings around 2 a.m. and then took me to a hotel connected to the airport. He is a saint. This is only half
Oh
the
my god, this
update.
is so long.
You read the rest.
Okay. After I left the house during the drive to my brother's place, I called Tom hysterically. He told me he thought he should tell his parents, and I agreed. After we hung up around 10:30 p.m., Tom pulled his parents to the side and told them everything. They had seen the pictures of my mother on my Instagram before and had not recognized her, but once they looked again, they confirmed it was Rachel they knew. Melissa cried and cried. Tom's dad, I will call him Richard, said the situation was very strange. They asked Tom for a lot of probing questions, including whether we had been sexually and whether my mother knew. Tom told them everything. They were disappointed in him, but they did not dwell on that. After Tom explained what had happened with my mom earlier that night, Richard and Melissa completely changed their tone. They told him they still supported the marriage, but needed to make a game plan for how to handle this moving forward. They texted me saying incredible kind things, telling me nothing had changed, that I was still their daughter, and that they loved me. Melissa also shared why my mom became estranged from them.
Yeah, please tell us that.
This is only her side, and I might never hear my mom's side, but apparently when my mom was in high school, she started to unravel emotionally. She will yell at her mom constantly and accuse her of favoring Melissa. Their father was the coach of the girls' basketball team, which Melissa played on, but my mom did not, and my mom felt rejected by both parents. During their senior year, my mom ran away with an older boy, not my dad. His family knew my grandparents well, so they assumed she was safe, but my mom told them she would never speak to them again, and she kept her word. The last they heard of her was 3 years later.
That is so silly.
When the boy's parents said that they had broken up and she moved on to another city. This was the city where she later met my dad. They wrote letters she never answered and eventually respected her wish for no contact. All of this came secondhand from Tom, who heard it from his mom while I was coming down from hysteria in an airport hotel room at dawn. The details may be fuzzy, but This is what I know. How am I doing? I'm heartbroken and scared. I've only seen my mother be violent once before, when she threw a brick at my brother for sneaking a girl in. I was always the perfect child, and now I cannot imagine her ever speaking to me again. It feels like I chose the people she felt rejected by over her. My heart breaks for my mom, but I love Tom, and I do not believe this is fair to either one of us to abandon this love. I am also scared of what might come next. She went to my grandmother's house and my brother's girlfriend's house trying to find me. My brother refused to tell her where I was. She knows where my apartment on campus is. I have considered moving in with Tom for safety, but his parents asked us to stop being intimate until marriage, and I do not think they will approve of us living together. That said, they have been incredibly kind. They paid for my hotel stay. Tom was nervous about me staying at my brother's friend's apartment. I was mostly afraid of the roaches. They were texting me as I write this, sending flowers options, and talking excitedly about our wedding. Overall, I am okay, but I am terrified of the unknown. How's Tom doing? He is very anxious of being away from me and incredibly grateful to my brother. He wants me to block my mother's number, but I am not ready. He encouraged me to make an appointment with my therapist, and we are hoping to attend a few sessions together.
What about genetic test?
He has apologized endlessly, and I feel like he should have figured this out sooner. But it is not his fault. If I had known this earlier, we might have never had the love we have now to share. And I believe that love is worth it. This morning, his father warned him not to share this secret with anyone. Tom is nervous about how our grandparents will react if they find out. If anything else happens, I will update again. We are still reading the comments. The encouragement, especially for those who have urges to tell our parents, gave us the strength to do the right thing. Even though I regret telling my mother, I think it was better than lying and creating a long-term deception. Thank you all for the support. Feel free to ask any questions. It generally helps us think through every angle. And that was last month. There's no update for this. So, what do you think?
They have to do a genetic test. Because it's not just about this, like that. I think they should do that before getting married. What if something horrible comes out of that?
Well, my thing is like, yes, of course, right now they don't feel weird, right? But what if they do start feeling weird?
They're not gonna feel weird because their parents don't look alike. They probably don't look alike so much.
No, but
they haven't been in each other's life. Like they found each other sexually attractive. That doesn't mean they're not brother sister. Like, why would they feel weird? Like,
I don't know.
Because you're thinking about the cousins that you grew up with them.
That's what. But what if they think the same? Like they're like, oh wait, I'm saying like if they should delay the wedding, I think, to see how the dynamic.
But they have, like, you know how wedding system works. The parents have paid for everything. They will lose a lot.
No, they haven't paid for it. I mean, they are paying for.
It was in 6 months. They're probably not gonna get refund for most of this stuff. That's the money. You're right. That would be very wise to do. But the financial thing for it is gonna stop that. And this should never come out.
Oh yeah, I know. No one should know this. Is this comment that sometimes like you will not waterboard this information out of me.
She should delete this because if somebody who knows them read this, they're gonna be like, they also met like this is 22, like they're like same family.
No, but there's so much for one they're using fake names,
but
and second, like
right now a couple who are in their same age and they're originally from South, and they met in the
South is a big region,
I'm
right?
telling you, if you knew that wouldn't you think like, wouldn't it be them? And then you look at them like, they kind of look alike, and then that's just
I think that's too far fetched. There's no way to identify anybody from just this. For one, like unless your friend specifically knows that your mom cut off her family a long time ago. Right? Like, how will you, like, I would never think twice of, like, oh, yeah, this might be someone that I know. Or, like, they know that they're doing law school, but also, like...
Law school?
Like, well,
also her, you know that the girl dad is dead and only has a brother. There's so many little things that if you know this, I'm not saying, like, if you're, like... Yeah.
But how will you know? Like, this so...
You would just start to be suspicious.
I don't know. I think it depends how long somebody is on Reddit, and like how much you give
Well,
away.
like right now, our podcast is getting to millions, so
I don't know.
they're gonna sue us for
They're gonna
living.
sue us
So
for
like, we think you this, you
defamation.
ruin our yeah, defamation trial.
We're just reading public material, okay? I mean, I agree with okay. Yes, they never knew each other before this, and as long as there's no risk of genetic stuff, it's like, well,
And she should. I don't know. So obviously, even now that she got hit and she's like feeling really, knowing that her mom is really not fair, but still she's feeling guilty. She feels sorrow. It's gonna come get her.
but isn't it crazy how the two reactions were? Like the mom is like, they're telling you lies about me, even though like she never mentioned like they knew, and then we're like, oh no, like you're welcome, like everything's good, don't worry about it. Like it's a little weird.
Well, I mean, like she said, she's only hearing their side of the story, right?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
what if something else was there?
What if they're the one who drove her away, and not like what they saying, like, oh yeah, she just became crazy and left with some boy.
That could be very well possibly true, right? Um, but
Maybe she was not. Maybe the other sister was the favorite.
But with them agreeing to this marriage, they are accepting the possibility that their mom would might be like, you know what, let's fuck it. I'm gonna be in her life and come back, and then the truth would be revealed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So might
Oh,
be
but
like a
no,
little bit different,
but no, because the girlfriend told the boyfriend what happened with the mom, right? And the boyfriend told his parents, like, yeah, like the mom is like,
right now, but later doesn't mean like she's gonna.
yeah,
The
I guess
mom's
that's
gonna
true.
get older. The brother wants to get married, and like, you know, he's gonna say like, oh, she needs to be in my wedding, shit like that, you know. So I have a feeling that this, if they decide to get married, the mom, there's a chance that she comes down and do that because like, oh, I like my life is ruined. I shouldn't ruin my daughter's life. But I worry that this girl would not be happy and just constantly feel, because you're always gonna feel like, oh,
Oh, if the
I'm a
mom doesn't come
traitor.
around, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a traitor. I'm degraded as a person because I'm already going to this family as a bride of like a little loser. That, oh, I have nobody from my family. You kick my mom out, and I'm still for you here. So it's just like a low position to be, you know. And right now she's 22. When she gets a little bit older, she's not gonna
Well,
like
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like, how? What guarantee is that they will actually stay together? For
Specifically 22, your frontal lobe is not as complete yet.
your frontal lobe guy, Tom's frontal lobe,
Tom's frontal lobe.
and yours. I mean, I guess
Yeah, I mean, your frontal lobe generally can grow till 25, but boys are later, so they are closer to that 25 years. But you just haven't lived long. Like 22, you haven't figured out who you are as a person yet. And you're going to law school, another like a stressful life. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
man. And the babe, ugh, you should do it. Oh,
There's no baby yet.
but
Okay.
okay, now it's for a second when you were reading this, I was thinking about this story as a perspective of the mom. Imagine that this been your life. You like got screwed over, and as a teenager, you left the house, you start over,
Oh yeah, no,
and then
and now
your
you.
life comes back and just gets you like this. That is so.
That's probably why she went like that. It's hysterical. Like, oh my god, I thought I was
What
done with
on
this.
fucking earth?
And it's like,
Of all
so it was
the
meant
boys
to
in
be.
the world, that is crazy.
Yeah, completely opposite sides of the country, and your daughter just happens to go to this one
That is
college.
absolutely crazy. The coincidence of it is absolutely crazy.
Still a coincidence. It's not fate, people.
Well, sure, but
Or is
damn,
it fate?
though.
Is it
Like,
fate?
if it's like if there were an example for making an argument about fate is real, this is pretty good sell.
Or it's like, oh yeah, their love was meant to be. Constant slap.
But the thing no, not you. Not every cousin is fun. Like not you. I don't get along with every cousin that I have necessarily, right?
Yeah.
So interestingly, that the fact that you know how I said like blood draws blood, like you have sympathy and empathy for them, and you like maybe go out of your way to help them, but like knowing that I love them and just have so much fun, same humor, blah blah blah.
There's no in the comments where you can.
Oh my! Have you heard any follow a story like this, like crazy turnaround in life?
Yeah, this was crazy. I still cannot get over Octa.
Just picture this beautiful tall cockroach.
Can you imagine her in a wedding dress?
Do you
With the
remember
veil.
that video I sent you that this guy was stitching outfits for cockroaches? The one.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yes, you're right. What if you got the idea from there?
Maybe. Like, how would you even
Was
see
it
the
real?
cockroach?
It was real?
Oh yeah, he does a lot of shit like that, and for other animals too.
Oh, okay. I want an otter.
Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. They put their baby on their belly and they start.
Yeah, and they're like,
He's so
and also
cute.
when they're running around, like, and the little hands.
And they have a tool. They keep a rock under their arm flap, and it's their favorite rock to open shells. That's so cute. Like, it's my handy tool.
But maybe not.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, crazy.
Like this, I can believe. The
Yeah, this.
cockroach one, I'm still on the fence.
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, there are some things that I was like, okay, no, these people are lying. But this one,
And I'm not questioning that somebody has this fantasy. I'm just questioning that somebody goes out their way 3 times to say it out loud.
because they're delusional, not delusional, but like there's something in their brain that is like saying like there's nothing wrong with this. Right? They're trying to prove like, no, why would I be embarrassed with this? Like,
I mean, if it were a dog or a cat, I still would get it. Like,
I don't know, that would be more concerning because he could actually get a dog or a cat to,
oh, that's
you know,
that's true.
like that's a physical thing.
You cannot get it to the
Yeah, you
cat.
cannot get a cockroach to be human size. But like,
Or even a size that you can do things to it.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Oh my.
that's not.
Oh my god. I mean, somehow as a girl, I am okay with this being a guy doing this because oh my god, if I were a girl, because things go inside of you. Do they even have vagina?
How do they reproduce?
I don't know.
They have
Is it
eggs,
like,
right?
Aren't they from the? Yeah, they put eggs, right? But you know, most of the animals have the same hole for everything. I think.
No, what do you
No,
mean?
I don't know.
No,
How are you gonna
I mean,
identify?
actually, mammals don't. I don't know about other animals.
Yeah, other animals.
Yeah.
Like, you know how, like, fucking worms are? Like, where is their thing?
Where
Right?
is their-
And you cut them and they just keep living. Like, I mean, or like,
I
they
think like
do their
seahorses,
own-
like
they do themselves. Like, the worms, a lot of them,
Yeah.
they do themselves. Like, where is the hole? And then where are you putting what?
well, that's a whole different species. Okay, we're talking
Same
about.
with the freaking cockroaches.
I think he added that extra thing, maybe.
Yeah, I
so-
think it's because we should fucking read that book. I'm so curious. Or is there any like
Visual
of the book? Look
I don't want to look it up on this. They're gonna be like, send me an email like, sir.
Whatever you do not talk to anybody about this.
This is the
HR.
first warning you'll get. First and only warning you'll get.
Oh my god, you were right. This was a perfect episode for a video because I feel we didn't really have that much comments, but we were like,
Yeah,
I like that silent moment of.
like you can see like, what the fuck.
Oh god.
Well, that's all we have for today, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for hanging out with us this week.
Yeah.
And let's skedaddle.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Stay